Tamamdır.
Görüşürüz. Sağ olun. Şeyma
springtime comes to call, my heart begins to sing the sounds of gentle love, new life will softly cling. The scent of blooming flowers fills the air, it's like a dream. In the kitchen you're a symphony, every meal a flowing stream. Your hands dance through the flavors, memories wrapped in every bite. With coffee brewing slowly, our laughter breaks the night. Oh, the way you stir the pot, joy follows every test. In this little home we built, love is the warmest guest. With the season's arrival, happiness fills the air. Every dish you make, every moment that we share, we create our memories with every taste we find. In the garden of our laughter, it's love that's intertwined. Every day that passes, you bring sunshine, love, and cheer. An open book of memories filled with laughter and a tear. From the warmth within our kitchen to the whispers of the night, with each tender moment shared, everything feels so right. Oh, the stories of our past, they linger on in dreams. Every word you softly share, like sunlight's golden gleam. With the season's arrival, happiness fills the air. Every dish you make, every moment that we share, we create our memories with every taste we find. In the garden of our laughter, it's love that's intertwined. In the gentle morning light, where secrets softly play, a woman wakes with love in a sweet and tender way. Her heart sings a melody with whispers of delight. In the warmth of her home, everything feels right. With laughter in the kitchen, she brews the coffee slow. Her children dance around her like sunlight's golden glow. A symphony of joy in every little thing. In the embrace of her family, true happiness takes wing. Oh, she finds her